Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy 3 Stacks in this thing. I'm gonna do some test hands for the deck that I'm currently running this format. This is kind of like my second best deck. Nothing beats Herald of Perfection in my opinion, but this is kind of, one could say, my best deck at the moment. And I want to show you guys basically the proof as to why I really think this deck is going to do good no matter what deck is up against, and also why I choose it, why I chose it out of the many options that I have at my disposal. I could play Spirals, I can play Pendulum Magicians, I can play Trick Stars, I can play ABCs, I can play any of the top 10, I can play Noids, BAs, pretty much can play any deck I want because I have access to all of them. But I chose this one. True Dracos are kind of the dark horse right now, and I'm happy because I'm feeling like Diagram might just not get hit, because cards that get hit typically are cards that are just dominating. And just the fact that Diagram dodged the first ban list, it really helped out a lot. Because now what it's looking like on the second ban list, it could be Trick Star stuff on there. It could be, you know, more Spiral cards. Like, they could just be like, downright, we're going to ban Double Helix and kill the Spirals completely. It could, for all we know, be Buster Dragon on that ban list. We could see Pendulum Magician cards because they keep topping non-stop, but True Dracos are out of the picture. So I feel like, why ban Masterpiece or Diagram if they haven't been topping anywhere? You know, that just wouldn't make sense. So let's go ahead and do some test hands. Blue Boy, Ash Blossom, Ogre, Maxi, Apocalypse. Yeah, these are definitely the hands I'm used to. So if we're going second, we're in a super advantageous position. If we're going first, we're still doing good. But if we were going second, this is just a blowout. We've downright won this duel just at this right here. So normal Blue Boy, you know, secrets, knowledge, all that good stuff. I wonder why I always draw the one Blue Boy and the one Maxi. You know what? I told y'all, if you play the ultis, you'll draw them. People didn't want to believe me, but I be drawing them ultis, baby. I'm telling you. We'll get a nice, decent cut. The Apocalypse ain't doing nothing right now, bro. Let me see that Diagram. Knowledge. 1, 2. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? This hand just got stupid. I'm not even going to activate Meltdown yet because I want to play evenly matched from hand like a crackhead. I'm not going to say Apocalypse or nothing, man. I want to play evenly matched. So you can ask your opponent. You know, you play the Maxi, of course. You like Maxi. You might draw a bare minimum of 2 cards after you Ash and Ogre them. You know, if they special the third time, you drew a 3rd card. And then you're evenly matched after that. And then at that point, you know, you draw for turn. And you're in very, very good shape from this point. Because you have the second knowledge. What you can do is Meltdown. Go straight into your Alistair, who I call Mr. Crowley. Normal him. Fetch your invocation. That foreign, baby. You can go ahead and knowledge him. 1 and 2. It just keeps getting better. Dude, it just keeps getting better. I've seen like every broken card in my deck by now. Strike, evenly matched, Gamma, Ash, Ogre, Maxi. I haven't seen Dro, but I've seen Diagram as well. And I'm about to see a masterpiece. Diagram, you're going to set your Apocalypse, use Diagram, pop it. You know, just in case that one monster that was left off of evenly match is still there, you're just going to pop it now at that point. And you're going to search out your, you could search Masterpiece right now, but since you have the second Diagram, you can go for Mariamne at that point. And then, you know, Terraforming, Optimus Prime, Double D's, pop the Mariamne, search for Heritage and Masterpiece. Now you get a little bit of a plus. You also get the additional summon you needed in the first place. And you also get to draw, which is going to help you out anyways. Ooh, excuse me. So at this point, you're going to make an awkward Masterpiece. Let's play Heritage. Let's draw for 1. We drew another Gamma. That doesn't hurt at all. And then, you know, you're going to set your Apocalypse. You're going to do the additional Tribute of Heritage. You're going to make a Spell Monster Masterpiece. If there were eligible targets, these would clear the rest of the field that already got evenly matched and left your opponent with one monster that already got popped by Apocalypse anyway, so there's nothing there to pop. And there's no monsters that are threatening your Masterpiece right now. And then you're going to activate your Invocation. You're going to banish Alistair, and you're going to banish Ghost Ogre. Or if your opponent has a light, use his light. Summon your Macabre. And then Invocation's effect from Grave. Add Mr. Crowley back. And now at this point, after you've hand-trapped your opponent's life away with Ash, Ogre, Maxi, and evenly matched, now you're reestablishing, you're not reestablishing, you were never established to begin with, you're establishing yourself with the Masterpiece and a Mechaba. And let's go ahead and let's count it. You have one negate, a potential second negate. This is definitely the second negate, so we'll say Gamma's the potential third negate. If something happens to this board, it gets broken, Gamma will still be able to make something happen. You got another fusion next turn. You pretty much got negate, negate, pop with Masterpiece to deal with 3 more cards that your opponent does not have to begin with. This deck is very oppressive. Oppressive is the best way to describe it. This is why I play this deck, as you guys can clearly see. We'll do another test hand, because one would say, oh my god, the Maxi is the reason why. So we'll show you another test hand. So you do Gamma, Diagram, Secrets, Strike, Masterpiece. This is a beautiful hand yet again. So, you know, this is a test hand. So hand traps, we're not playing under the assumption that there are hand traps, but understand that because you've opened up with spells that do not require you to normal summon and Gamma, you now have a way to bait out Ash or Droll. So I'm just going to do a hypothetical theory thing right now just because it's going to be fun and cool. Activate Secrets. After Secrets resolution, they can either Droll you or they can just downright Ash the activation of it if they're crazy. But nobody's crazy enough to do that, because if they know you play the Spellbook engine, they could think, oh, what if he has Blue Boy in hand? After that, he just normals it. You know, stuff like that. So you Secrets for Blue Boy. At that point, if there's a Droll there, you just Gamma the Droll, right? And that's always fun, to Gamma hand traps and be like, huh, you thought you were going to win because you opened with Droll, huh? You thought I was going to pass turn. You know, you summon your Driver, right? Then you'll normal your Blue Boy. You'll search out your Knowledge. Gamma always serves his better purpose when you're opening with him and going first. Going second, I hate to waste Gamma, even though sometimes you really do have to. It's just like losing the Driver. It makes the other 2 Gammas in your deck dead. So when you draw them, there's no purpose except for Diagram food or not Masterpiece, Invoked Macabre food. Which, you know, that's fine, you know, that it does serve other purposes, but still, it's always nice to Gamma at least twice a duel. You're going to make that Omega, clear another card from your opponent's hand, and then, you know, get a better cut and a good shuffle. Now we're going to proceed to get our +1. Would have been a +1, but we broke it even because we've resolved Gamma now, which costed a card from hand. So we're at 5 cards in hand, and our opponent's at 3 cards in hand at this point. We also have Ash and Strike, which is just icing on the cake. And what we're going to do at this point is we're going to activate Diagram, and we're going to pop Masterpiece. Why are you popping Masterpiece with 3 stacks? It's the smartest play that you can make with this hand, because what you're going to do off of your Diagram, you're going to go ahead and search True King's Return. Now, what's your other choice? Here's your other choice. And it's a bit reckless because it requires for you to set a Ash and pop a Ash, which is retarded. You can set 1 Ash, right? So you can pop a Ash, trade it out for Apocalypse. Then you can set a Ash to tribute the Ash and Apocalypse for Masterpiece. I'm not about to freaking do that. I'm not wasting my Ashes. It's way too good, and I'm not about to waste, you know, that much money on an Ash just to pop her and tribute her. I'm not doing her that dirty. So you're going to pop Masterpiece and trade them out for return. Set your return to your Strike. So in addition to Gamma negating a hand trap, Omega clearing a card, your opponent being at, you know, 2 less cards will push them at 3. They open, they have 4 cards in hand right now. And then you're like, Ash, 3 cards in hand. Strike, you know, even less cards in hand. And then you're like, in phase. Summon Masterpiece. Or they're like, oh, I'm trying to attack you. 3250. Second Ash in hand, another strike. Then you're like, okay, diagram, pop Masterpiece. Search for Masterpiece, right? Return special Masterpiece. Then you're like, normal summon for turn, tributing Masterpiece and return. Return will pop whatever was there. And you don't want to banish that return unless you absolutely have to. Because you've got Strike and Ash yet again. Like, dude, I'm trying to tell you how freaking dope this deck is. It really is. It's so competitive, it makes my skin crawl. Let's do another test hand. These test hands are shaping out to be as good as I expected them to be. These are hands that I draw normally in tournaments. And also when I'm just playing against my friends for fun. I'm not happy about secrets and knowledge, but I'll take it. I'm also not happy that there wasn't a gamma there, which is, oh yeah, and that last test hand, I forgot to bring Omega back, but yeah, he would have returned, and you basically would have had Masterpiece, Omega, and you know, that Ash and the Strike. So that last test hand, your opponent wasn't coming back from that, because I forgot to bring him back. So basically, you know, when you opened up and you had, you know, did Gamma, Omega, and then you Strike, and then Ash, and then next turn make Masterpiece, have another Strike, another Ash, and then Omega to clear a card. It's like, it's just too much oppression, man. I'm telling you, this deck is amazing. So yeah, let's do this. Let's go for Alistair. Excuse me. Invocation. Oh, excuse me again. That's really rude. Why'd I search knowledge off of Alistair? I'm really debating whether I just cut a Meltdown and just play another Alistair. Because it's like, Meltdown makes me more susceptible to Droll than anything. And sometimes, like, if you open up with Alistair, right, and you normal him, and somebody's a crackhead, and they're like, Droll after that, you're like, thank God, give me that free Invoked Horizon. I'm going to take advantage of your hand trap now, and I'm going to make my fusion to Book a Moon your monster so you can't make your double Helix now. Or just Book a Moon your Licorice so you can't burn me in Trick Stars. You know, stuff like that. Or I could just, like, Book a Moon one of your level 4s so you can't make Baguska, you Pendulum Magician dickwad. So at this point, I guess one could just play the secrets and search out the knowledge so that you don't draw knowledge off of knowledge, just to minimize that potential not really gonna happen chance, but still it could happen. Then you're gonna go ahead and knowledge him off for 1, 2. You drew Driver. That actually helps because now you can make Mechaba without wasting Masterpiece. And you have evenly matched, so, you know, it's not like that's not broken. Then you search out Diagram. If you're offended by the word broken and you feel like it's an ignorant term, I'll say that that's not good then. It's not like that's not good. Good is good, broken's broken. But some people do, you know, take offense into words like that. And I understand the reasoning behind it because it's like, you know, that's ignorant. It's real repetitive. Open up your mind to have a more diverse vocabulary. But I kind of think of myself as a well-spoken young man. I'm not saying I'm super duper smart or anything, but I pick and choose my battles, and I also think carefully of what I say before I say it. So if I say broken, it's just because I wanted to say it and I like the word. Then we're gonna activate Diagram, and we can do the same thing, pop Masterpiece and then get return Masterpiece. Or what we also can do is diagram away the driver. No, we're not gonna diagram away driver. Let's just stick to the plan. All right, let's just stick to the status quo. Let's diagram away Masterpiece, because if we diagram away driver and banish him, I'm gonna be pissed off when I draw a Gamma. All right, so we're just gonna do that. I wish there was a way to do a first turn Masterpiece and Mechaba, but Masterpiece is coming out the next turn. And then, you know, you do Invocation, send driver from hand, banish Alistair, put that back, add Alistair back. Where's Mechaba at? He's right here. Wait, whoops, wrong one. There you go. Ugh, the English one? I don't want no English Mechaba there. Give me that. Put the foreign one there. Alright, so that's that. That's that. And then at this point, I guess you can save evenly match in your hand just in case this board gets outed and your opponent, you know, enters in battle phase to do so. You can just evenly match them, or you can set it and be like, I'm gonna try to take at least something, but I probably keep it in my hand because nobody likes leaving diagram on field. If by offset chance it gets popped and this gets outed, then you're like, hey, you know, evenly matched. But what we're gonna do is set return, and we're just gonna pray that we don't have to pitch, you know, a monster, which would be Alistair. And I think from a Kaba, we could just negate a spell, sacrifice knowledge. Even though you want to draw 2, there probably is going to be a really, really good spell for your opponent that will start things up for them. And Makaba's like, nah. Then whenever you're ready, return for your masterpiece. Oh, we hard drew masterpiece. Okay. So I guess what we could do is, you know, we could diagram the masterpiece, right? Search out heritage. And then you could activate heritage, right? Then you could activate return, special back masterpiece, and you can do heritage, additional tribute should be a masterpiece, and return. Summon this masterpiece off the additional tribute. Then you can normal summon for turn, get invocation out your deck first, and then do your heritage draw 2, because monster and trap. And that draw 2 is going to make a difference because you had to give up knowledge. So I guess one could say we would draw 4 cards right now if we didn't use the knowledge, but at the same time you still get to basically knowledge, which is nice. So the deck helped me out a lot. I love this deck. So, you know, heritage for 1 and 2, that's nice actually. The Mariame is going to come with the clutch. I'm telling you that much. And also, we have, you know, evenly matched still. We still have strike. We still have masterpiece. We have a lot of oppression right now. And invocation cannot be resolved this turn. If Makaba was dead, for example, if he really was dead, I would not have resolved return first. I would have did invocation first and then return, because for the rest of the turn, you cannot special summon. So yeah, that's a dope test hand. Let's see where we're at on the video. Oh yeah, we definitely got to cut this video off. It's getting too long. If you guys want to see this deck in action more, you've already seen how consistent it is and how it really doesn't break, and it's powerful. It opens up with so many forms of disruption. If you want to see it in action, let me know, man. But I definitely wanted to show this to y'all because this is what I'm working with right now. Now you guys see exactly how good my deck is. You can't see that set rotation. Secrets that I can't share. God bless you guys. Make good choices. Don't hurt your brain cells. I love y'all. Stay tuned for future content. Man, I've been grinding. I think I'm pretty much done for the day. It's been a very, very long morning for me because ever since I woke up, I've been making videos. It's time to just give the rest of my day to my girlfriend. Peace out, y'all.